Hello everyone. Today is Saturday, June 11th, 2022 at 7:39 a.m. So, I think I went to bed just before 11:30 last night, and then I went to bed just before 11:30 last night, and then I just woke up just now. So, the manager, one of the immediate managers on duty, I told him I didn't have a way home. So he suggested that I ask, one of the coworkers. I felt hesitant and scared to do it, So I asked, I said, well, they're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna want to give me a ride home. So he's like, well, you never know. Why don't you try? And I said, well, okay. So then he said that if I wanted to, I can work 2 extra hours. Wow. This morning, right after I started this video, they are frying my toes with the directed energy weapons, and they weren't doing it. Now they're trying to fry all my feet and make the bottom of my feet burn with the directed energy weapons right after I started this video. It's like a burning itch that it didn't start before this video. So it started right after I started this video. Excuse me. So right after I started this video, they started. That's how you know it be the directed energy weapons and not some doggone, health issue. You know, so 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 yeah, now they're burning and itching my feet after I started this video. So anyway, so here's my situation. Um so somebody had donated me $5 yesterday online, and you know how PayPal or whatever, they take out a fee already sometimes. So it was $4.16 or something, and then after I think after that it was like they took out 25 cents, so I guess it was out. I guess it was $3.91. So then that brought my bank account. It brought it up to like negative $1.02 from like $4 and something, negative $4.93 or something, and then so now my bank account is at negative $1.02. And so yesterday evening, last night, I actually worked from 12 to 10 yesterday. And I had no way to get dinner last night. I didn't get to eat dinner last night at all. And I have to work a physically demanding job working outdoors. In the heat outside. So the last of the bread that I had was, I ate it yesterday, and also the last of that applesauce. Now, basically, in this motel, I have no food. at all in this motel. No food at all. And all I have is a 15-cent leftover bus change card and a 25-cent change card, which is two change cards of 40 cents plus 45 cents in, coins, 45 cents. And that's total 85 cents just for bus fare for one-way trip. So, I have enough bus fare just for a one-way trip to work. And, by the time I get off, the buses will have stopped running because they run on limited service. And it's even more limited. They stop running about 4 or 5 o'clock on Saturdays. No, more like 5 o'clock or something like that on Saturdays. Some routes, I guess, is 4 o'clock and others is being like 5 o'clock or something like that. I don't remember. So they really stopped running early on Saturdays. So, so now I have to go to work today with no food and no money for food at all. While everybody else can get their munch on and eat. I hate that, they have these lower wage jobs that pay like minimum wage or jobs that are a little bit above minimum wage, that they take the lower income people and pay them every 2 weeks. You'll be lucky if you get a job where they pay every week. And I told y'all about the temp job where they bullied me in workplace, mobbed me off the job. And, I'm back in this situation. So I heard that they want targeted individuals on forced low income, and they won't allow targets to make a certain amount of money or income. So, they want us to be poor and starving. And that's why the littlest crumb of food, they want to call me greedy. And they've been, even before my twin sister came on the scene, Star Bricker was already trying to call me greedy and stuff. So, but it's like they've been abusing me with calling me greedy ever since taking Prozac and foster care. I guess before I even became actually targeted. When I was going to McDonough 26 Elementary School, they, and I was taking Prozac, that's when that's when my life was over when it came to food. Before taking Prozac, I used to get in trouble for wasting food as a kid. When I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I used to get in trouble for wasting food and not eating it all. But then whenever, I think I was 9, no, I don't think I was 9, I think I was 10, on Prozac, people used to call, that's when people, the so-called greedy nightmare of my life has started. And then I started gaining weight because of those psychiatric medications. And now it's like been lifelong. And so now the online perps are falsely accusing me of making a lot of money off of mukbang videos. And then I think it's that J.E. perp that calls himself fake T.I. perp, who he constantly make fake meme videos about me. and it's very dehumanizing and degrading, you know. And all y'all bastards, y'all all going to hell, all y'all. Y'all think y'all have authority over me and think y'all can control and dictate my life. And so he compiled every video that I did that's food related. I don't even do videos about food all the time. I don't. You know, I don't even do videos about food all the time. And I don't even talk about food all the time. But the online perps, they are focused on my food and eating. They are focused on my money so much. I don't talk about money and food all the time. You know, and anybody else that does, you know, they got some people who got channels, YouTube channels dedicated to food, dedicated to money. Do people attack and go after them? No, because they're not targeted. They have skinny people who have blogs dedicated to food. And people who have blogs dedicated to money. Or other associated social media accounts with a specific niche, or niche, however you pronounce it. I never heard it pronounced, but Niche, I never heard it pronounced, so excuse me. So, you know, the last, I think it was $5.61 was all I had to donate to the co-worker for gas money. You know, and he had a friend's car, and you know, he used his friend's car to, you know, to come to work, and then he took me home. The most I had to give him was $5.61. You know, I offered him that, and you know, I told him if I had more, I would have loved to give him more. You know. So now I am at nothing. And my shoes are coming apart more and more. It's like I don't even know if I'm going to survive. You know what? My shoes are coming apart. They're coming apart so hard, and I desperately need a new pair. I need a new pair of shoes like right now. And it makes me feel really sad. You know, the smear campaigns and the bullying and stuff. They compile videos even from my other channels and videos from last year or 2 years ago, and compiling all the videos, like just bullying the fuck out of me, like. And they're happy and glad that I finally have no money for food. And they you know, so the bus that I take, it doesn't come until 9 o'clock. And 9 o'clock in the morning, if I was on the streets, it would be kind of too early to panhandle because most people aren't really out at that time. And so I won't have the time, any time at all, to panhandle on the streets, because the bus, they run every 2 hours on a Saturday, and then they start later and stop earlier. So the bus will come close to 9 o'clock to come and get me. And then I have to wait. And I guess it will drop me off at like maybe 9:05 or something. And then I have to wait until close to 9:30 for the next bus to come. And then when the next bus comes, that's when, you know, I take it at 9:30, you know, with the transfer. And then I have to wait around for 2 hours, you know, and I don't have any money at all for food. No money at all for food. And and I'm homeless. I mean, and I don't want to be asking coworkers for money, for food and um or transportation much or anything. I don't want to, be like a burden. And if they make, some of them been there longer than me, and they're already getting their checks and stuff. So, I mean, I can't be too much longer on this video. I would like to say in more detail about a lot of different things, but I had another coworker who was one of the drivers who tried to pick on me yesterday, and I bit my tongue and was tempted to go off and cuss him out. And he was like a satanic perp who, if he works less hours than me but get paid, I guess, the same amount as me, and he tried to act like he think he had the narcissistic fake authority to meddle in my business, and he didn't tell the other guy, the coworker who took me home last night, did the same thing I did, and he didn't go over and tell him nothing. So they walk over to me and just start trying to pick an argument with me, or trying to talk to me like as if I'm super de-duper really stupid. So so then, cause it's like they had a Toyota Siennas that supposedly have safety recalls the same way as Expedition, and I didn't get any notification, and nobody told me, but they had the emergency flashers because somebody needed a vehicle. So he walked up to me and told me, "Well, ain't no sense of you cleaning that. Ain't no sense of you cleaning that car, And then he started to talk to me in a way that like very belittling, and saying, "Ain't no sense of you cleaning," like with an attitude, and just talking to me like as if I'm not making sense and I'm stupid or something. But a few days ago, he was fake nice and pointing at me and throwing up those devil horns. And I'm like, "You dumb motherfucker!" I didn't tell him that, but I'm thinking, you sold your soul to the devil just for a minimum wage job, and you elderly. You ought to be in a doggone old folks' home or something. Why the hell you sell your soul to the devil for nothing? And so he told me it doesn't make sense for me to clean the doggone vehicle. Why? I didn't have any notification. And see, that's when narcissistic abusers who try to talk to me like that, that's when I cuss them out. And so then they'd be the type to be like, "Oh, well, I was just trying to help you." No, you don't talk to other people like that. You tell them if you needed to tell them something, you would tell them in a different way that's nicer and more polite. And you wouldn't be trying to belittle and put them down. So when I asked the coworker who took me home last night, he was cleaning the exact same kind of vehicle, a Toyota Sienna van, and he was cleaning it, and they had the emergency flashes on the van he was working on too. And I said, "Well, did that man come over and tell you something too?" So he was saying that one of the bigger bosses had told him to clean it, and said that he checked the keys and said it was okay. And so he said that the big boss was right over there. So I called the big boss over, and I said, "Well, I questioned him about the van, and so he went to take the keys, and he said the van was working okay. He said the van was fine. So go ahead and clean it and work on it." And then the man came, the other coworker, the driver, he came and started kind of bothering me again. And see, the other man who started picking on me the other day, I actually went off on him. you know. So it's like I can't be dealing with doing this, you know, being treated like this every day, and then you know, and then as I said, what's the point of telling everything to the manager if I know that this is part of the gang stalking and workplace mobbing and gang stalking in a hostile work environment, men bullying a fucking woman and try to run a woman off the job and keep her homeless. Y'all some satanic faggots that you won't even be a gentleman towards or respectful towards a woman. And everybody think that they can use homelessness as a punishment in another form of prison for me. Homelessness and starvation is what society wants to dictate, that homelessness, poverty, and prison should be my homelessness, poverty, and pennilessness should be my form of prison. And that same man who harassed me yesterday was the same man a few days ago. He was complaining about the doggone $12.50 an hour and not making much money as well, you know. So it's like if he's throwing up those devil horns and satanic hand signs and he's a perp, then what the hell you sold your soul for? Why did you sell your soul if you poor and you broke? Or did he do that to mock me? Just like when I was working at the high school, they had a black female perp named Mary. Another one, you know, it had two or three Marys at the other job when I was working at the high school. And that Mary, if she was, I think, working the same temp job I was working, and you know, getting paid the same that I do, well, she was complaining about not making much money. Well, you have a roof over your head and a doggone vehicle, something I don't have. You got a raggedy red van to perk people in. And I'm thinking about whenever I get the free time, I'm thinking about doing a blog post on that, about what the hell are people donating their souls to Satan for free? Or are they, you know, what is going on? So I mean, wow. And as I said, they blocked me from making a side hustle for my writings, the online perps. So they think I don't deserve the right to eat or live. I'm not allowed to sleep or eat. I'm not allowed to shower. And then when I do, you know, they want to, I mean, I'm not allowed to take a shower, and then they're the first to call me stanky, funky, and dirty and stuff. So I'm so broke that, you know, the fact that I need to do laundry, I have to hand wash my clothes with Dawn dish soap. So the small little bottle of Dawn dish soap that I have, and I'm gonna be explicit, and I'm gonna say it, you know, rough raggedy underwear with holes in them. You know, so some of that stuff I was forced to leave behind at Trisha's house, you know, trying to flee in emergency before things got worse. As I said, it was like fleeing a burning building. I had to get out of there. So then now I'm still suffering, and I'm basically, all I have is 85 cents to my name, and it's like, how the hell am I going to deal with this for another week? And I mean, I have only 3 days worth of clothes, and I have rough, raggedy underwear with holes in them, and my shoes are falling apart, and and it's like I have not even any money for food. No food, no bus fare or transportation. I can't take, the buses won't run at all tomorrow. How am I going to get to or from work? And I need to work. And so I mean, I won't have a way to get back home tomorrow. I mean, this evening, because the guy who took me home last night, he's off from work today. He's off from work today. And then tomorrow, to and from work, I don't have a way to get to work. I don't have no food, no money, nothing. So I'm going to have to just go to work today on an empty stomach and work all day. And I'll be lucky if they have any more of those popsicles in the freezer. And now the online perps are falsely accusing me of working for TMZ. I don't even study or watch TMZ. I never supported or cared about TMZ or nothing. I guess they must have think, oh, Candy's so much full of drama that she works for TMZ. You know, they got all kinds of false rumors and smear campaigns and lies floating out there about me that, you know, professed targets and everybody else, you know, turned against me. And then, you know, so I got my all my information in the description box on ways you can help me. My blog, my Ko-fi, my Go Get Funding fundraiser. I haven't even been heavily promoting or advertising that. And it's the GoFundMe alternative, and I keep forgetting. And, you know, I don't even much advertise my ebooks on Amazon that much no more because, you know, I put them on my blog for free. And, you know, I also have my PayPal, Venmo, and CashApp. And people who say that they're Christian and love the Lord, they cut me off and refuse to help or refuse to spread the word. If they can't help, they refuse to spread the word to get me help. They refuse to pray for me. They refuse to pray for me. That they think that, oh, you burn your bridges from society and society has washed its hands of you. When God himself has not given up like that. But there's going to be coming a time soon where y'all going to be in desperation and begging. And y'all going to remember how you treated me. You're going to remember what you did to me. You're going to think how hateful you were towards me. And I wonder, how would you feel if people tell other people not to help you? With the food shortages and inflation, you know, y'all got time to donate to a GoFundMe with the drag queen story time for children and somebody's gender reassignment surgery, or, you know, a narcissist luxury honeymoon to Grenada. But you know, or y'all can donate to Ukraine. But here, y'all want homeless to be cut off from society and make like y'all panicking and want to get rid of the homeless crisis. But the way to do it is y'all sitting there cannibalizing with fucking McDonald's, eating homeless people. Did you know that you're eating homeless people and aborted babies when you eat McDonald's? But y'all want to get rid of us homeless people so bad. But you don't even know that us homeless people is becoming y'all food to eat when you eat mainstream fast food. Y'all eat McDonald's and Burger King just like anybody else.